Dimitri Martin special. I didn't know if it was going to be good. Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's good.
It's really good.
The problem with him, or at least it's just that he takes so long to come up with a new special.
Yeah.
Like, because they're very intricate and...
Because each joke is 15 seconds at the most. You're like, this hour is going to take some while to chisel
work.
out.
Yeah.
No. He actually has, his first part is a lot of one-liners.
Yeah.
And then he has like a couple of stories.
Yeah, you told me to watch it. I didn't get a chance yesterday.
That's all right.
Because I was watching The Expanse.
Okay, yeah. Tell me about it, Yasin.
Season 3 finished.
No, really?
I mean, excuse me.
Is this a sci-fi show?
Yeah, exactly.
Where there's like mining happening on Mars?
Wow, that really makes it sound like a really boring show.
I haven't talked that much about it yet.
No, it's just
I don't know. I don't know what the most exciting part to start off with is. Apparently, that ain't it.
No,
there's mining out on Mars. Say it really now. You're gonna talk about that right now?
Humans are split in 3 factions.
Okay.
Martians, the ones that live on Mars.
Right.
The Belters, the ones that live on the asteroid belt and then various moons.
Also.
Mining.
A lot of mining going on.
Yeah. And then after the Earthers, which is obviously Earth.
And that's like the capital in Hunger Games, like where all the rich people are.
I guess so. See that, like, you know, they're one superpower in their own right, but they don't have like advanced military the way how Mars does, but they have more numbers. You know, so they have more ships and like this. There's
Mars has an advanced military.
Huge military, because the entire all of the Martians are united on one singular goal,
right? To
terraform Mars to make it another Earth,
right?
And so
they're organized,
very organized, right? And it's pretty awesome because like some of them got like Halo-looking armor and shit like that. They got like powered suits, like powered.
These people on the belt, what's their specialty?
They're downtrodden. There's a lot of like the parallels to. Sort of like, at least the way how I'm seeing it, like the Palestinian people, where they're like very downtrodden, they're taken advantage of. They don't have their own like rights, right? They serve both Earth and Mars, but like no one's looking out for their well-being and stuff like that. So some of the, you know, people call them terrorists, other people call them freedom fighters. It's like all of that type of conversation around it. So that's really cool. And then they're slowly gaining technology and becoming a power in their own right. And so as obviously when that happens, there's going to be like destabilization on both sides. And then now there's a fourth element, which I won't tell because, you know, people who probably, you know what? It's actually, I think this is one of the TV shows.
Aliens.
Super
Aliens?
Important.
Is it aliens?
We don't know yet.
Okay. I'm hoping it's aliens.
I feel like this is going to be one very, very, very like important show. Like I feel this was better than Battlestar Galactica. I watched all of it. I think it's better than Firefly.
I'm gonna stop you there. All right.
Yeah.
This is because you stopped me at the mining comment earlier. If you go, this is gonna be an important show. I think it's gonna be better than Battlestar Galactica. It better be better than Battlestar Galactica because Battlestar Galactica
was solid. Yeah, I know. I'm not overthinking. It's really well done.
All right.
Yeah, it's
I will
super well
check
done.
it out. You are the second person to recommend this to me. I touched my fetch.
I'm so pumped about this. I want to rewatch. I'm reading the novels now. So I'm reading the first novel now.
Novels? You reading novels?
Yeah. I'm trying to like get back into like reading books. And this, And so I want to like I want to do a podcast that's just like episode on episode. Like just each episode is one episode of the show.
Kumail Nanjiani does that.
Yeah.
With X-Files.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Because they freaking love it. There's another one who does it like it's called with Frasier. It's like every episode of Frasier. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Gilmore Girls. There's a bunch of those.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to start watching this show.
Yeah.
I'm going to start watching it this week.
Yeah.
Here, you know what?
I'm so...
You want to come over to my place this week?
Yeah.
We make food. You watch the first episode.
Yeah, sure. I'm down.
I'm down.
I'm 100%
You literally give me a day. Any day.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. Probably like Thursday night.
All right, short ribs.
And here's the thing, though.
What?
I'm reading this book, right? Because I know that I haven't been reading for a very long time.
How do you know?
Because
I know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like I've read here and there. I've been reading a book about Pixar, which was really cool about like how Pixar started and how they became like what we know as Pixar. So it's really cool. It's a very interesting story. But anyway, I haven't been. But that's just sort of like that's like a business.
Yeah.
You don't have to make. Oh yeah, I'm envisioning like Steve Jobs or whatever. Like he's just talking to another guy in a boardroom.
Almost self-help.
It's
almost somehow
exactly. Whereas like reading this novel, I gotta like formulate in my head a spaceship that's got like a core and then there's like a voltage. Like it's all of this describing words that back in the day when I was reading books, I would be able to read it and immediately have like a very crisp image in my head. So much so that when you put the book down and then you were doing some other stuff and you went about your day, and then at some point during the day you're like, oh man, I can't wait to go back to the book, because it's not the book, it's that the fact that the book provides you in a mind space that you kind of like, you kind of travel into another place within your brain.
Yeah.
And what has happened now is with social media, well, at least particularly for me, with social media, YouTube, Netflix, all those other things, that portion of my brain that generates images and like the scenery or what the book wants me to see is muddied. And so when I'm reading it, it's like I can almost see it, but I can't put myself in it the way how I used to, because that also needs practice. And I think that the people who are very creative, I think that the people who have strong imaginations are people who read a lot. In that it constantly trains them for them to be able to build these worlds in their brain at will, faster than people who can't. And so I'm having this realization. I was driving and I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, man, I think that my imagination is like really close to being dead compared to what it used to be, because that's why it's so hard for me to get back into reading, is because I'm not getting into a space the way how I used to.
Right.
And it takes practice. You need to constantly be reading for you to be able to get that space.
Did you ever write at all?
Yeah. I wrote a fair bit. I wrote like small short stories. No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I used to write short stories. I used to love writing short stories. I wrote short stories, and I also wrote movie scripts.
Whoa, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah. I love that too. I was following a book. Yeah, I was following like a film school book, and it gives you like examples.
Who also used to love writing, and trying to get her to go to a writing retreat.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a weird way to spend a vacation.
Right.
But it was something it was such a big part of her.
Are you going with her, or are you just sending her off?
Shit, I'm just gonna be a distraction. I'm not writing anything. It's like Scrabble, right? She'll write a word and I'll be like dog.
Oh man. That's a good idea, though. I want my mom to do the same thing too, because I feel like she's a good writer.
I think some people, everybody has different creative outlets, right? Everybody has different creative outlets,
right.
And some of these things like reading, writing, dancing, athletics, all of that. As people get older, they start letting go of some of that, and they realize later on, man, that's actually a big part of me I can't let go, even though it doesn't have any place in society now. Like a ton of reading or a ton of writing, that's something you do in school. You don't necessarily do that once you grow up.
Yeah.
You sometimes you're like, oh no, that's a part of me. Yeah. I can't just do that because it's not homework anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, man. I'm glad you realized that.
Well, and I'm trying. So, like, I think I'm on page like 21 or something.
I'm reading this sci-fi book.
Basically,
but
that's
still,
it.
like,
no, but like that's got to be, because like I can read self-help book, and I have been reading here and there those books, and it's fine. But it's not like testing the imagination.
No, not at
right?
all.
It's
also,
just like
not fun.
No,
it's feeding you in another way.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not fun. You need to be fun, man.
Yeah.
All right. Expanse.
The Expanse.
The Expanse.
The Expanse.
The Expanse.
So good.
All right.
Like, I'm really happy with it. There's been a hole in my heart where Firefly once was.
I got very dramatic. I'm like, you okay, man? Wait, how much do you like reading? Shit.
Firefly was like, it started and ended so quickly.
Right.
Right. And I the way how I found out about Firefly was I was in Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And how the simple pleasure of going to Blockbuster and walking up and down the aisle looking at movie covers.
Some would say it's almost better than scrolling.
Yes. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And then like the smell of slightly stale popcorn. Yeah. And then the weird carpet smell of I really smell carpets everywhere I go.
Right.
And then after I saw like there was a couple rows and it was Serenity. I'm like, oh, what's this about? Right. And then I'm like, oh, it looks like it's space. It's a little sci-fi situation. Yeah. So I watched that movie.
And did you see it as like a one-off, or is it Blockbuster style where it's like like Serenities and then 40
Yeah,
Matrix,
it was exactly that.
which
Yeah.
is also like
there's a lot of them.
good way to see something.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, there's a lot of this. What's this?
Right, it must be good.
Yeah, there's 40 more of these, only 20 of these. What's this 40 stuff?
For sure. And so I picked it up and I watched it and I was like, man, this is really good. And then I went online. Turns out, oh my God, this was based on a show. So I went backwards. Like I watched the finale, quote unquote, the series finale first, and then I went back and I watched the show, and I'm like, wait, there's only 13 episodes of this.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind would cancel this?
And then you made me do that.
Yeah.
Started the movie, and then I watched all of it, and I was like, "Who canceled this?" I'm like, "Oh, WB. It's not a real."
No, it was
channel.
Fox.
Was it Fox?
Yeah, it's Fox.
Oh, I was watching reruns on WB.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because
Fox.
that's what WB does. Pick up.
Here's the thing: the Expanse
Yeah.
was canceled in the third season.
Somebody picked it up.
Right. So there's a story. I'm not going to be able to tell the story very well, but the story goes that basically, so Sci-Fi is just a regular TV channel, right? And for them to be able, for it to be profitable for them to carry a show, they have different metrics, or they have like cable show metrics that they need to hit for them to be able to get. Now, for most Sci-Fi, specifically in this day and age, with regards to cable, is that it's not a huge draw, right? But the draw that it does get is rabid. Same thing with Firefly, right? Firefly's thing, and like it took a while for Firefly to even gain its popularity. It takes it's a slower burn, right? It's not like Game of Thrones. You watch the first one, you're like fucking yeah. And so what happened was that, with regards to as far as the numbers are concerned, they can't take it on for another for a fourth season, despite the fact that season 3 was rated at 100% on Rotten Tomato. So they canceled it, and you know the cast were devastated and everything. And one guy in the cast, from what I can tell, went and like he was just asking questions like, "Why was it canceled? This was 100%." And he spoke to a bunch of people, and they're like, "Well, you know, it's the metrics, this, that, the viewership, live views, blah 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 blah." Right? Like, wait, but if this wasn't on cable, could this be in somewhere else? And enter the world of Netflix, like streaming. Online streaming has a whole different like set of metrics that they need to hit for them to be able to be like,
They have
this
a
is a
different
profitable.
profitability structure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, well, maybe it can get picked up by them. And so there was this huge push by the fans of the show, as well as like the cast and whatnot. They even hired like an airplane with a banner behind it to fly over the Amazon headquarters and stuff like this. And so anyway, at some point in time, there was some type of gala or event or dinner or something where all of the cast was there, and there was a bunch of people who were, you know, fans of the show and things like that, and Jeff Bezos and they were there too. And so Jeff sees how like cool it is, or like how many people love the show, or whatever the case may be. And they and apparently, like, you know, at some point during the dinner or whatever, you can see Jeff like leaning back in his chair and he's texting, right? And the cast was looking at him like, "What's going on over there? What do you think is happening over there?" Right? And by the time it was time for Jeff Bezos to come on stage, Jeff Bezos goes on stage, right? So he's like, you know, how many of you like The Expanse? And people are like, "What?"
That's some millionaire shit, some billionaire stuff,
right? And he's like, I just got the call. I'm happy to say, The Expanse has been saved. It's coming to Amazon Prime.
That's hilarious.
Right? And then, you know, people like clap. That's how like the cast found out that they were being saved, right?
I think I almost stopped caring about the show for a second and just think about Jeff Bezos as like, who likes the moon? We're bringing it here. Like, what? Like, you know, I'll just turn this TV show back on. Just text some people.
That's it. Yeah. He like saved thousands and thousands of jobs.
Yeah.
Right? And just like that, like the most baller move, right? Because like cast.
There's not
like
2,000 people on this show, but all right.
I mean like, you know, cast members and people who make the set and all this other stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, all of them. Maybe not thousands and thousands.
No, I love
but
you,
like
man.
1,000.
I'm with you. Keep going.
Maybe 1,000.
That's a lot of people.
But, you know, he's just like, that's what I wanted. That's what I always wanted. I wanted some rich guy who watched Firefly, and he was like, you know what? I like this. How many people like this? This many people? It's enough? All right, cool. I'm going to save this because I got mad money. I always wanted that. The thing is that back then, when Firefly was doing what it was a bunch of just old white people who only like golf. Right? Now we got nerds.
You got nerds.
We got straight up nerds.
And nerds have a voice. They've organized.
Yeah. And so it got saved. So season 4 is with Amazon Prime, which is great because Amazon Prime's got mad money compared to Sci-Fi. Compared to Sci-Fi.
Definitely.
Right? So like Amazon, I'm hearing the name Amazon in like things that I never thought that Amazon would have a finger in, right? I was talking to my cousin and we were like, yo, we got to do this and maybe we need some server space and whatnot. He's like, yeah, Amazon. Like, wait,
That's
what?
true. That's absolutely true.
What?
If you think about the first time you were at Amazon, you're like, yeah, I can buy stationery online or something, right? That's the first way I heard about it, just buying random
Books was the first one for me.
Okay, yeah, most people I think it was stationery and books. You're right. And I was like, all right, that's probably gonna happen maybe once a year.
Yeah.
I'm on Amazon. I was on Amazon this morning. I bought some stuff yesterday. I'm on Amazon for TV and stuff. There's some stuff only you can get on Amazon.
Yep.
And they're we're thinking about building an Amazon city, like a Google city, like a full Wi-Fi city area. I'm like, you do that now? It used to be books.
Yeah.
Crazy. Bezos.
He's the richest man in modern history.
Yeah. I think that's true.
No, it is. It very is. It very is. It very much
number
so.
2?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't care.
I know. I really don't. at this point.
Nelly, right? It was like, I am number 1. 2's not a winner, and 3, no one remembers.
Oh, okay. No, I remember. I do care.
You remember number 3s?
No, I mean, shit. If you're the third richest person in the world, I might
true.
remember that stuff. That's crazy.
Anyway, that's The Expanse.
That's The Expanse.
And I'm thinking we start a podcast just on The Expanse.
We call it Crash and Expanse.
We can do better. I'm reading this book now. My imagination is going to be amazing.
Okay.
Right? We can do better than Crash and Expanse. I'm going to drink this water. Hold on. It takes a lot of focus. It's very heavy.
I don't know how I feel. I like that bottle. It's just so big. I feel like it's too heavy. Like if I'm drinking water, I don't want to like focus on a 10-pound thing of water.
That's true. I feel like only certain people with certain hand sizes can be able
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is stupid. I might drop this. I have to like focus on palming this thing. I'm gonna be like a big baby. Like 2 hands. It's a big difference between drinking a bottle with 1 hand and drinking a bottle with 2 hands. Right?
Yeah.
This looks like a careful baby. There you go.
I like it though. It keeps the water cool.
And you can rob a bank with it.
Yep.
You can carry an IED in it. Look at it.
Kettlebell swings.
Kettlebell swings. I saw somebody doing kettlebell swings at the Good Life.
There you go.
They just brought their own kettlebell swing.
Right. In that case, why don't you just stay home?
Number 1, right? But he's like, I want to be in a gym. The thing is, you can't just swing that thing friggin' anywhere.
No, you have to be careful.
You have to be in an area where you have like 5 feet everywhere around. And every now and then he would just start and everybody would need to like just kind of adjust to him. Like this idiot is just swinging this thing all over the place.
How heavy was it?
It was a 20.
It was a 20?
It was about a 20.
Okay, then he has no business.
No. My gym has the most gay guys of any Good Life in Toronto.
Is there an actual stat, or you just went around?
Great question, right? But that's what the owner told me. The guy who manages the thing said that to me.
This was a point of pride for him.
Because I asked him, hey, why are there so many girls at this gym that compete? Because there's a lot of competitive ladies at this gym.
Right, okay.
And he said, it's because nobody bothers them here.
Right.
I was like, why?
Yeah.
Like, we have the most gay membership of any gym in Toronto.
Right.
But you're right. They didn't test or, like, they don't have you check a box or anything.
Right. I mean, and also, okay, I just don't know the guys that would go up to a girl at a gym while she's sweating.
Some girls.
For to be like,
oh, can I help you? I mean, you're doing that really well, but if you could really just tighten up on...
Really?
There's assholes. Yeah, I have a trainer. He tells me.
Okay.
I've seen him do it too. To talk to a girl.
Yeah.
Guys do it, man.
Yeah.
You wouldn't notice. You know why? You're a good guy.
The thing is that when you go to the gym, right? You went to the gym to accomplish a certain amount of shit. Right? I'm going to lift this much.
Sometimes you multitask.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Girls are dressed like Power Rangers. They look like VR troopers. They look like Avengers, right? They have a lightning bolt. And you've seen the Instagram
I'm not saying they don't look great.
Some guys are like, let me go talk to that Power Ranger.
It's not the time.
I agree. But like some guys are like, hey, I had a good workout. I feel really good about myself right now.
Right.
I've been looking at this girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to muster up the courage and be like, hey.
I think they should be like, for the most part,
right?
People shouldn't talk to each other in the gym if they don't have to. The only place that like any guy or girl can hit up with another guy or girl to strike a conversation is in the lobby on the way out. That is fair game.
What if you politely say, hey, can I work through on this machine, please?
You know what? The thing is that people who've done that to me too.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
But they got to work through.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Just go afford a better gym that has less people.
Okay.
You know, if I'm here first, I waited, and that's it. The only time that I'll make an adjustment is my gym or the gym that I used to be at only had one squat rack. And I understand the pains of like, you know, fuck. I just want to like, I only have like 3 to do. I'm only going up to 5. So like, you know, 3 sets of 5. Can I work through? And I only had to like take 1 plate off and put it back on. I'll do it for you. I'm good with that. But almost anything else, just wait.
Yeah.
It's not that important. Also, the thing is that like, out of all the most important exercises you can do, deadlifts and then squats are like at the top of my list. If you're thinking compound movement, the full body, whatever. If you can do one exercise, that's the exercise to do.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, all right, you can work through.
If somebody was like, I was like, hey, can I work through? Which I might have done maybe 3 times in my life, and they were like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you. I haven't cursed in 2 months really, but right now, if somebody said that to me, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Is this your daddy's gym? I would probably get loud about it, like in a fun way. Is this your dad's gym? I can't work through.
Yeah. No, I'm a little like I don't ever say no. I just not happy about it.
No, I'm sure.
You know,
Right.
because I never asked for it either. I never asked for it unless like it's a very specific machine.
Yeah, there's
that's
a reason.
There's limited.
You can't wait.
Yeah, there's a limited.
Maybe you're doing
thing.
a drops like a superset. You're trying to do 2 things together.
Right.
You were just doing this and that guy just came sat down like, hey, can I work through? I got one more set.
Yeah.
I get you. I'm not judging.
Also,
Yeah.
they need to know me a little bit. I need to know
Really?
them a little bit, right? Let's say like you go to the gym,
Yeah.
you've been going for like a couple months, right?
Right.
You've been going at the same time, and there's that guy over there. He nods at you, you nod back, and you continue doing your thing, right? Just nod,
Yeah.
nod, right? And then sometime down the road, he's like, "Hey, can I work through?"
Yeah.
Cool. I have somewhat of a weird pseudo relationship of head nodding with you.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you're cool.
Man, your gym etiquette is so different than what I'm used to at all. I'm just like, what is you head nod people?
You don't head nod. I like to give a little heads up.
I say hello to people that I know.
Yeah, exactly. You've seen them many
Yeah,
times.
I got you.
Right, you just want to.
But like, I don't head nod nobody just because we caught.
I don't say hi to girls though.
Okay.
Because the thing is that like
you drew a very hard line there. You almost interrupted me to say that.
it's just because like
I don't say hello to girls though.
because I don't want them to think that I'm trying to like
I completely agree.
have a conversation.
I
Because I'm not.
completely agree. I don't
just
even accidentally if I need to work through and a girl's there, I won't even talk to her.
you
I was
go.
like, I don't want to. By off chance, I look like a creep.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, no.
Especially now in the new
I'll
gym,
talk
there's
to you in
so
the
many
lobby.
brown people.
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
this annoyed me to know. This was the most annoying thing that happened to me in
Lay
the
it
gym.
on me.
Okay, so Planet Fitness.
This guy brought dal chawal to the bench press or something.
Planet Fitness is that gym where like if you drop weights, there's a siren that goes off and they call you a lug.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
Okay. So in the free weights area,
Yeah.
there's a big siren with a red like blue light, right? And if you grunt while you're lifting or you drop the weights,
Yeah.
the siren goes off. Because apparently that type of
Behavior.
behavior
Like meathead.
is meathead behavior
Yeah.
or lug behavior, L-U-G,
G.
lug?
It's okay.
What else?
You've been reading. I believe
Anyway.
you. Keep going.
Anyway, and that intimidates other people who don't normally lift weights,
Yeah.
right? So there's that. So this is the type of gym.
These brown guys show up.
Yeah, it's definitely brown guys that show up, and you
They're
know,
always in groups.
it's fine. You know, you come, you do your workout. That's fine. You have like aunties coming in with like full like shalwar, whatever it is that they're wearing, and it's
Really?
yeah, you know. And the thing is that you know what? I don't care what you wear. You're working out.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Right.
There was a guy who showed up. It's a Muslim guy. This was in the stretching area.
Oh man.
This is the area in where you stretch.
Yeah.
This guy takes a mat,
Yeah.
one of those mats that you
Yeah.
go on the ground. You know, after you're done, you wiped it down.
Right.
He wipes it down before he uses it. He puts it down, and then he proceeds to do dhuhr.
No way.
So now I'm stretching beside this
Yeah.
idiot while he's praying in the stretching area.
Oh my god.
Now, technically, there's no sign that says absolutely no prayer,
Man, I'm torn.
but
But you're definitely not supposed to pray there.
no.
That's not a prayer designated zone.
No. Also, right? I understand, right? It's important for you to pray on time.
Yep.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm saying it's summer, you can pray outside. Number 1. Number 2, we are literally across the street from Shalimar and there's a mosque right there. You don't need to do it over here.
Yeah.
You don't,
Right.
right? Because
It can scare white people. They're not used to it. And you
Also-
know what?
also-
Sometimes, I'll say it, sometimes they don't need to be getting used to things in those places.
yeah,
Like,
because me as a Muslim,
I saw a guy praying in a church parking lot. I don't know why. I knew he had to pray, and there were spots. Just like, I'm like, don't do it here. It's Sunday.
yeah,
Like, this is their only day. Don't just don't do it here. Just cross the street. Do it on that field.
yeah, anywhere
But he parked, and he's like, I gotta pray, and he just prayed here. I don't
Yeah.
think he'd had any malicious intent.
for sure.
Neither did this guy.
Neither did this guy. But when he was done,
Yeah.
I told him,
Right.
"Hey, brother,
Yeah.
just so you know, there's Shalimar is a mosque that's just across the street. So next time you want to pray, feel free to do. You can pray over there.
All right.
Because if, for example, he was in a lobby in the corner
Yeah.
and he decided to pray there, I would have less of a problem than when he
I'm
entered.
glad you told him, man.
He entered the gym, came to the place where everyone's like doing this type of stuff, and they're stretching and whatnot, and you're praying. You're making people feel awkward. Because I
You feel awkward.
I feel awkward. Yeah, yeah, and that's why I
And
stretch.
I know what's happening.
That's why I stretch beside him.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah.
So
How old was this guy?
I don't know, 20,
Man.
28, 29.
It's just so sad because he doesn't mean anything by it, but like it's just having the wherewithal and being like, yeah, no, I agree. I was at the Blue Mosque in Turkey, and there is an awesome museum right by it that I'm forgetting the name of, and it has this ancient stuff like everything from the prophet's sword. Like it's amazing, right? Like these old Qurans that were like passed down from Sahabas and stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And there's all these signs that says don't take any flash pictures. There's like every now and then you see like a family who like look around and take a picture because the security guard's not there.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, no.
Yeah.
And then they don't speak your language.
Yeah.
You tried all of your languages. Like, damn it, this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to tell them. I was like, somebody's got to tell them. This is not acceptable in this environment.
Also, how many times are you going to look at this picture?
Yeah. Once.
I'm a photographer, and I'll tell you how many times you can look at
Yeah.
that picture. You're
It's
not
not-
going to look at the picture.
yeah.
You're not going to look at it.
Crazy.
It's 1 or 2 times, and that's it.
One thing I will say about gyms, and this is different from gym to gym, and I notice this about this because my gym is primarily gay guys, apparently. My gym doesn't smell. My locker room does not smell. And every locker room I've ever had stinks proper.
Okay.
Especially like...
Do you think it's because of the gay dudes, or it's because like the cleaning services over there is on point?
I think number one, these guys clean themselves immediately after. They also don't leave their dirty crap in a locker room overnight. That's probably number one.
Yeah.
That is number one. And that's just because they're considerate.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's, because they're gay or some other reason. But yeah, my gym smells great every single time I walk in there.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't know why it smells that bad.
You go to like a Muay Thai gym or a Jiu-Jitsu gym.
Oh my
it just
God.
smells like a jock strap. I don't mean a jock strap. I mean like living inside of a jock strap. Like, are we in a jock strap? Like it's humid from the jock strap heat.
Yeah.
Somehow, sometimes, right?
Man. Yo.
And that
bad
ball
smells.
smell. Do you know what balls smell like sometimes? Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez, yes. Sorry, yes. But like you ever been
You're really leaning into this.
dude, I've been rolling with people and you get north-south position.
Yeah.
That's basically their
That's
day.
ball smell.
Yeah.
That's ball smell.
And you can't even avoid it.
So for me, there's there's some sort of common courtesy situation. Obviously, like I have like weird etiquette. So
Sure.
let me bounce this off of you.
Yeah.
Because you've done jiu-jitsu for a very long time. Let me know.
If anybody's balls get near my face, say that, bite him. They don't do it again. That's my reputation at the gym.
Ball
As
biting.
Yasin the ball biter. Don't get north-south position on Yasin. He might bite your balls.
By the way, there's a fish that's a ball biter.
No.
We'll talk. Pin that because I need to
Really?
I need to show you the teeth.
You don't come back to that. That's like cocaine. You do it now.
Right? Okay.
All right.
All right. So,
We'll talk about the fish later.
number one,
Okay.
cut your nails.
Okay. Yeah. 100% people.
Cut your nails.
Cut your nails. You might scratch somebody.
Yeah, and like subscribe. Look at this. Like this
Yeah.
was like deep gouges,
I hate
like
it.
thing. I don't like it. Right. Plus, I don't want your yeast infected nails underneath my skin.
Why
Some
not?
gross
Sure.
shit.
I'll agree with that.
That's number 1. Number 2,
Yeah.
your gi or the clothes that you wear, if it's no gi or gi, should be washed
True.
when you show up.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Every single time.
There is no situation that it's like, hey, I'm going to go to class with the same gi that I sweat buckets in the last class.
And a gi is like a heavy sweater.
Yeah, it's a
like
heavy
that
sweater.
thing is not light.
Nope.
If your gym does not have air conditioning.
Nope, it does not.
There's no excuse.
So those are the 2 main things. Now, I also mouthwash as well because a lot of times, like, you're right in someone's face and you're like,
yeah,
right? I just don't want him to, like, smell my my breath, right? So I do that.
So you're like super clean, your clothes are clean, you got mouthwash.
Yes, exactly.
You shave beforehand to make sure you're not giving somebody a skin rash.
No, I'm not that far.
Like, say I wear a condom for no reason. Say I'm a gentleman.
My instructor, he, like, chews gum.
Oh, okay.
Right. Even the coach. Some people have, like, you can tell just because you're so close to them while you're rolling or whatnot. You can tell, like, this person's skin care game. On point.
Right.
Because, like, you can smell, like, the lotion and whatnot. You're like, damn. That is that's good. So anyway, that's one thing. Now, on the off chance, we're all human. On the off chance you forgot to clean your gi, and now you're rolling with someone, I think it's good etiquette to be like, hey man, I'm really sorry. I didn't get a chance to clean the gi. So, like, I know it doesn't smell great. All right, we'll work it out. And that's actually happened. I've actually rolled with a guy, and he was like, dude, I know it sucks, but, like, I didn't get a chance. I totally forgot. So, just bear with me.
That's really nice of him.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Even though it stunk, it didn't smell good, right? And the worst part about jiu-jitsu is that when you go home as you're driving, you're breathing, and every once in a while you catch a whiff of the third guy you rolled with. Because all of his sweat is in your shirt and your like it's like on your body, it's on your face, and that's gross. But that's part of the game. But I did roll with a guy, recently, and super nice guy. His gi, however,
whenever you start with like super nice guy, you're gonna start some awful things right after. You're gonna start listing some things that are not nice.
If you took his gi, and you just let it sit there for a while, I'm pretty sure, like, weeds would grow out of it, like mold would come from it. There would be psilocybin after a while. It will be
that bad.
It was so bad, dude.
Sorry to hear that, man.
At the same time, when I was rolling and I kind of got stuck and I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, he's like, no, you want to, like, cut your knee over there, head down. So he's giving me pointers. So I'm like, fuck, this guy is great. He's a nice guy. He's actually helping me improve my game. But it smells horrible.
You gotta tell him. You can't tell him.
Can't tell him.
Your teeth's too nice.
I'm not gonna say anything. He was like a super nice guy.
Well, some people sweat a lot, man.
That's true.
What do you think it was all from one day?
You know what? I don't know because, like, we didn't have that conversation. But, like, I have noticed that people who are heavy drinkers smell horrible. Heavy
drinkers smell horrible. People who eat not a lot of noodles also smell bad.
People who eat a lot of noodles.
Noodles, it somehow does it. I've seen
really?
It. Yeah.
Interesting.
I've seen it many times.
Yeah.
Like at least 6 times I have buddies, and like after noodly meals,
yeah,
you'll go roll.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it comes out of you somehow.
Interesting. Yeah.
I have no proof.
I try to eat healthy so that, I don't smell too bad.
You ever go to the sauna afterwards?
No, I haven't, because the freaking class is a sauna. What do you want me to do? Die? There's been a couple classes where literally my vision was going like,
oh man.
It's cool. This is what I'll say, because for the people who don't know, Say it doesn't really say that he's in pain. He normally goes, it's interesting.
It is.
And I used to not have that outlook, but ever since I started class, now it's been like, okay, I can.
You observe it. You're like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not even like that scared. You're like, oh, this is an experience, right?
And this is the only time where I have been able to like, oh, if I continue, I will pass out.
Right.
I will pass out. Like I have now known what is past the 40%, because Goggins says that most humans quit at 40%. Like no. By almost the second last roll, right, I'm standing up, and my field of vision, instead of being like this wide, is coming down to this. I can see like the black edges on my on my thing.
I'm literally getting tunnel vision. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is,
I'm proud of you right now.
and the instructor Thar, he's like, "Let's go, guys, let's go, one last one," right? And so you're like, "All right, who wants to be on bottom? Who wants to be on top? Let's go!" And then you just do it. And you just kind of like grind through it.
I'll be on top, and I'm gonna play this real slow,
and just grind through it. And I remember I like the like he was saying that it's good that it's hot because it tests you on other things as well. Like you need to know how you can if you can make it through this.
Yeah.
And there's animals who do my class, and then we'll do the advanced class right after.
Damn.
I can't like currently right now. I don't have the energy for me to be able to do that. But there's a couple of guys who can do it, especially like green belts and blue belts or whatnot that don't expend so much energy.
Green belts.
It's between like in this academy, it's between white and blue.
I've never been aware of a green belt.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So,
where is it? Between white and blue?
Yeah, between white and blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
On
It's
your
a good
way.
place to have a belt.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I guess people that are like white belts about ready to quit, something like, oh, I'm a green belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know there's also the white belts that don't look white no more. Like, hey, I didn't know there was such thing as a gray belt. No, they've been white for a while.
Yeah.
And they're on the cusp of getting a blue, so they don't like. So sometimes they don't do the green,
Yeah.
and sometimes they do the green. So sometimes they're like they've been white for so long that they're technically a blue, but they're just enjoying the fact that they're still a white, so they can smurf people.
Yeah, I was doing that for a while. That's how you win some medals. Still in the white belt.
Exactly. And so like you roll with a guy with a really dirty white belt.
Yeah, it's that may not be a true white belt. That is fun times though, man. Good for you, dude.
Thanks.
I'm glad you're experiencing the smells.
Yeah.
I highly recommend. Do you guys even have a sauna or no?
No.
Highly recommend hitting the sauna up.
I would love to.
Yeah. I took our friend Rafe came over.
Yeah.
Like the same weekend we went did that outdoor fire.
Yeah.
And I went up to show him my sauna, and there's a naked dude just standing there. Like, as soon as you open the door to the gym and you look at the sauna,
balls.
it's just like he's just sitting there. And we nodded at him, and we just stepped out. But honestly, you'll sit down in a sauna for half an hour. It's wonderful. Like, you get out, you feel like you've meditated or something like that. That's why you can do Bikram. You feel both. You're
Yeah.
And two things.
I want to do Cairo. Cryo. There's a Mississauga location now that's doing cryo now.
Ooh, can we ride that off, dude? Let's do it. Crash and flow style.
Yeah. That would be that looks amazing. I would do that, and I was researching saunas at some point.
Yeah.
There's like European saunas, like Swedish saunas. Is it Swedish? I don't know. There's some European country sauna that they apparently pride themselves about their sauna game. And you show up over there, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
You go in, you get like a towel, a robe, or something. You like. It's
I
a
like
whole
that you have no
situation.
idea, but you're like trying to think of what would be cool. They give you a towel and robe, Syed. You don't even know what they give you, Syed.
I forgot. I was on the website a very long time ago.
I went to the Turkish bath. It's a full experience.
Yeah. You had a man wash you.
A man took care of me. The man took care of me, and he took care of me well, better than my mother, for an hour for 200 euros.
Yeah.
Which is like almost 300 Canadian dollars.
All right, I have to ask this.
Yeah.
What did he do about the nether regions?
Nothing.
So
look,
that's on you. That's on you.
You get in there,
Yeah.
butt ass naked, right? That's your job.
Right.
Just show up butt ass naked. They have a very nice change room,
Right.
And you have a towel. And generally, what I notice is most people will take that towel, wrap it up,
Yeah.
put it on their balls.
Yeah.
Perfect. I could do this. I don't really care about my ass, right?
Right.
I don't know too many guys that are like trying to hide their ass. Do you hide your ass? Sorry.
I'm never in a situation where I would have to hide my ass.
Okay, fair enough.
I guess
Perfect.
technically right
I
now
thought
I'm
you were
hiding
like-
my ass.
Right, but like if you had a choice, you're not trying to hide both.
Oh, right.
Unless
If
you
I had
want
to
to wrap the towel around.
No. If I had a choice, I would wrap both.
I see.
100%.
You know what the weird thing is? This place, I could have wrapped the towel around me, but
Yeah.
nobody else was.
So like you succumb to peer pressure and you decide, I guess this ass is out.
First off, it's a great ass. That was my first problem. Is that I don't mind showing my ass to anybody, but
Interesting.
like I don't want to show my dick to anybody, no matter what's going on. Right. Like this is me, and like now my wife. But I don't even. No, seriously, this is just mine. Like, show it to every now. But with that said, everybody just had it bunched up in front of them. We get in there, and the guy has me sit down.
Yeah.
And he takes the towel.
Yeah.
And he like
The towel that you put on your balls.
yeah. He took it.
Yeah.
And he got a wet one and he put it there. Like a nice warm one. It's like, thank you. And this one, like, he put it in a way, he just puts it on there so quick that like it's perfect. It's not coming off. It's like sitting like a shorts almost.
He knows what he's doing.
Then he gets like a gold plated bowl of water.
It's like a pizza. He like throws it up and
Yeah, I know.
just whips it on you.
I'm not joking. The best part's coming. So he has gold-plated bowl of water, like
Right.
a big bucket that's also gold-plated, and a
Right.
gold-plated bowl, and he's just like just putting water on your head,
Right.
and you're sitting there,
Yeah.
like a
king.
like a king or
royalty.
a cat, like something that's like above it all, right? You know, you're just like, all right. Whole time in my head, I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I paid good money for this. Fine, keep it going. Like the whole time, I'm not above any of it because I just paid $300.
Right.
I don't even feel bad for this guy because he just got paid.
Right.
He's happy. You can tell he's happy.
Okay.
This is the cool part. Takes you down to a area that is a like a fountain, and you lay down on the edge, and the edge is about this wide.
Okay.
So the edge is an octagon,
Yeah.
and the middle is warm water,
Right.
and he has you lay down on your belly.
Okay.
So this is the best part. He takes a what looks like a pillow cover.
Yeah.
And he puts it in some really interesting looking like soap water, but you know it's not soap, it's like vegetable stuff, but it makes suds. So he puts it in there, and then he inflates it, and he deflates it by taking all the air out, which creates tons of bubbles, and putting it all over your body. He does this twice, so he's bubbled, like there's layers of bubbles on you that he just created with
now
this
you have a
pillowcase.
Yeah, a bubble blanket.
And then he washes you under it, nobody can see. Isn't that awesome? And then he asks you to turn over, more bubbles.
Right.
And he just washes you like your chest and your arms and your thighs and your legs.
Yeah.
It's all under a veil of bubbles.
Right.
He's constantly replenishing bubbles,
Right. It's like
suds on you.
It's like the fog of war from
yeah,
StarCraft.
yeah, I don't care what happens under here. And then after that, he gives you a towel, you put it on, you go up these spiral wooden staircases, there's these private rooms for like massages, and he massages you, has a conversation.
Okay.
He's like, what are you here for? I'm like, honeymoon. He's like, I've had honeymoon. I was
amazing.
like, oh yeah. He said, I've had honeymoons. I was like, oh, you've had a couple? He's like, 5.
Wow.
I was like, you've been married 5 times? He's like, yeah, inshallah 6 soon. I was like, all right, buddy. This guy. Apparently masseuses have no problem getting married.
Apparently.
Making
Or he's
that
just balling out of control.
Hamam money. But yeah, pretty dope. I'd highly recommend if you ever go to Turkey.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with a dude
Touching you?
washing me.
Really?
Touching
My
me is
masseuse
fine.
has always been dudes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even like lady masseuses. Masseuses? Masseuses?
I go. My masseuse is someone from the Eastern Bloc.
Oh,
So
okay.
female from the Eastern Bloc.
That would be. I need strong hands.
Exactly.
I need strong hands.
She could probably kill me
Nice.
with those hands.
All right, that's a good. That's the type of recommendation I like. Like, can she kill you with her hands? Yeah. Oh, I like that masseuse. That's the kind of masseuse I like.
Yeah. There's regularly I need to say a little bit less pressure, please.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
No, she's fantastic.
Farah took me to the Shangri-La, and they didn't have any male masseuses that day. And we got this lady, and I couldn't tell her to go hard. She's like, I'm like, harder, please. And like 4 times, and I stopped because I felt bad. I was like, oh, this is you.
I've been to spas where they're doing their work, and I'm like, this is all you got.
This is all you got? This is what you bring today?
Right? Because at this point, it's just caressing me.
Yeah. I came for a massage.
Yeah, I came here
I've
to
been
be-
hurting for a few weeks now.
Yeah, I need knots that are being worked out.
Yeah.
I should be very close to tears.
You should be sweating.
Yeah, it's exactly it. You won't even need oil.
Yeah.
By the amount of sweating that I should be sweating.
I agree.
Man, I haven't gone for a massage in a while.
All right, take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. I was thinking about taking a seminar on how to do a foot massage. I was like, this is a good thing to know. You know, you can like
Reflexology.
yeah, reflexology. It's apparently really good. And I was like, I can practice on fur. You got a wife
fix
there
your
and stuff.
kidneys.
Yeah, but then I was like, nah.
Like, how do you train? Do they have like mannequin feet?
You know, feet apparently you can just do yourselves.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah.
Told you I wasn't gonna touch my feet, then instead.
So, is this why you just worked this bit in here for you to be able to touch your feet?
No. I did do a lot of writing, man. I'm getting really excited. I went to stand up 3 times this week. I wrote for a cumulative 5 hours, and I have 3 shows next month.
Yeah.
So it's good times right now. Let's see what happens. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording. I just want to look at something real quick.
Cool.
We're fine.
We're 47 minutes in, man.
We should probably wrap this up.
How are you going to wrap it up?
I don't know.
Do you have a fun story you can wrap it up with?
No, man. I think we're just going to go for breakfast.
Okay. So I'll wrap it up with my fun story.
What's your fun story?
I went to a little festival in Chinatown on Spadina.
Right.
And there was one Asian lady.
Spadina.
And there was all these dragons. You know those dragons? Becoming dragons?
Yeah.
And this Asian lady was like recording it. She was so excited.
On an iPad?
And and this dragon just goes, "You're happy," and it goes, and it knocks it out of her hand. And I caught it on video. I was so happy because she was so mad at this dragon.
Yeah.
And the dragon for a second looked, because the person knew they did it.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh shit, I'm a dragon." And they just kept going. And they're like,
I'm gonna keep doing dragon shit.
"Yeah, I'm gonna get lost with these other dragons. She's not gonna know."
I'm so happy that happened.
Yeah.
Anyone who's in a look, if you're by yourself,
Right.
and you're at a beach, and you took out your iPad to take a picture,
Right.
Hey man, do you?
Sure.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Right. Your iPad has a camera.
Right.
Please use it.
Sure.
Now, if you're in a place where there's a crowd,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of people standing
And
beside
you're
you,
walking around with an iPad just to do this.
and you're holding that, no good.
People have iPads at weddings.
Yeah. Oh man.
Just leave.
During the times that I was a photographer.
Yeah.
At weddings.
Yeah.
For iPads.
Yeah.
Oh man, there was a special level of hate that went directly to those people.
I know. I can imagine.
And for those people who are thinking of becoming photographers, wedding photographers, or are currently wedding photographers, know one thing: it's okay to elbow.
Aunties with iPads.
You just throw your elbows. You don't throw it like whatever, but like if you need to get a shot,
Yeah.
and then after they're holding it, and you need to get in front of the iPad,
Right.
you can ask. If it doesn't go down in time, and you're gonna lose the shot,
Yeah.
it's
What
okay
was
to
that
like
thing they had back in the, like-
you step up,
Right.
and you just put your elbow just lightly on their arm, and then bring your camera in front.
Jeez.
And then there we go. That's what you got to do.
I like your passive aggressive ways.
Oh, there was plenty, but it kept me happy during times.
I
during
believe
those
you.
times, yeah.
That's what you ran on. Jeez. On that note.
Anyway, all right, people. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for tuning in, as always. What was I going to say? I was going to say anything. Take care of yourselves. Like, subscribe, leave us a comment. Tell us we're doing good. Actually, just tell us we're doing good. All right, take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Good night.